I want to begin this morning with a story that I recently heard that I think is interesting. And I want you to kind of absorb the story and really think about some things, because there will be some follow-up questions that I'm going to ask you after the story is done. You have a friend, and she has just returned from a vacation. And her vacation was to a land that she had never been before. It's completely unfamiliar to her. And as she's telling you the stories of her vacation, you are wrapped. You are drawn right into her story. She tells of a land that has a culture that is vibrant and interesting, and you want to be involved in what is happening in the culture of this new land. She tells about the economy of this land being something that is robust and that is ongoing. There isn't any recession going on. There isn't anything difficulty in finances and those kinds of things. She tells about how the air is cleaner. It is easier to breathe. The sun seems brighter. And she says, I'm tempted to move into this new land. I'm tempted to go there, make my home there, but I'm a little concerned. I don't think I want to go by myself. And then she kind of leans into you and she says, if you will go with me, I'll move there too. Your conversation goes on a little bit longer, and you end the conversation and go on with the rest of your week. And over the course of the next week, you become increasingly aware of an economy that is slumping, a culture that is uninteresting, and for the most part dead. And the air that seems stifling at times. And then one night, while you're having dinner with your family, you get 6 phone calls in a row from telemarketers offering gas masks for the days when the air pollution is at its worst and something inside of you snaps. You call up your friend that very evening and say, we are ready to go. Do you want to go to the new land? And sure enough, she is ready to go as well. So both families make their appropriate arrangements, gather the right paperwork, and sell homes, and they are ready to go. And as you travel towards the border, there is a sense of euphoria inside both vehicles as you travel to the border. And you get to the border, and the Border Patrol asks you one question. Do you want to leave everything from your past life behind you? And to this point, you've never really asked that deep of a question. But the answer seems to come pretty quickly. Yes. Yes, I do want to leave everything from my past life behind. You make the next step and present your papers. And they stamp your passports and everything is taken care of. And they say, one thing that we ask of you, something that we ask of everybody that comes into the new land, that you take a hot shower and you wash off all of the silt and all of the grime and everything, that even the smell of the old land as you enter this new place, this new dwelling. And it seems like a very good idea. And as soon as you emerge from the shower and get dressed and walk into the new land, you realize, yes, that was a very good idea, because everything now seems very fresh and very new. And as you walk around and kind of get familiar with your surroundings, the air does seem much cleaner. There seem to be things happening in a cultural standpoint that are attractive to you. Live bands playing here and there, and people having a good time in parks filled with activity and families and children running around. And the people seem different than where you came from as well. There doesn't seem to be this looking down the nose at each other, a judgment of sizing one another up. Instead, there seems to be an attitude of gratitude. This new land seems to be everything that you had hoped that it would be. So a couple of questions for you. And I want you to maybe turn to a couple people around. I'm going to give you like a minute and a half to kind of ask these 2 questions. Go ahead and throw this up here. What does this story make you think of? What does this story kind of draw you in? What is it? Are there certain images or certain ideas that the story makes you think of? The second question is, what does this new land look like for us today? Those 2 questions. I want you to just kind of talk with them. I know this is a little bit abstract, a little bit maybe some deep weeds to start with this morning, but I think you can do it. So just turn to one another, give you a minute and a half to kind of discuss those 2 questions. Go.
Grass on the screen right the other side. What would it be?
Got about 15 seconds. Over the past, well actually for about a year, the student ministry had been planning and putting together a trip to San Antonio, Texas for International Youth Convention. And I thought this morning as we began that I would have a student come and share a little bit of their story. So Kelly, if you would come and just share a little bit of what happened. And part of the reason that I think this is so important is for us to maintain a sense of connectedness, that we have an interest in what is going on in the lives of the people around us. So I've asked Kelly just to share a little kind of a thumbnail sketch of some of the things that she experienced while at IYC.